Well, we saw coming that way, this way.
Yeah.
We were standing on the lake bed at the first campsite. And it was really low, just like right over the tops of the
like
hills.
low, like not satellite height, fucking
Right.
low. And so
Right.
he works on planes, so
Yeah, it's
right
like,
away he ruled
there's
everything
no
out, you know.
lights, no strobe lights, and no sound. So like,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on?
Oh no, there goes my hat. Yeah. It blew away. There goes my hat all the way down. Didn't hit the water yet. Goodbye, hat.
Okay, these guys, they want to go deer hunting, so they went over there. Ended up, there was somebody else camping in that area, but there was no people around. Food was still on the grill, all burnt up. There was still beers laying around, but nobody was there.
A little bit of snow. There's no snow anywhere else that I could see.
What's that red thing up on that? Is that a shrub or?
Where at?
See where it starts curving?
Yeah.
A little bit of a creek? That
Oh, I
red,
see it.
what is that?
It's a log.
Log?
Yeah. Here, Bigfoot, Bigfoot. Man, we're in trouble. If this is all the water we're gonna get this year, not good. This thing should be way higher. I mean, way higher. So the only snow is right there. Over on this other side over here.
Park right there. I'm gonna cast right there.
Huh? Okay. Here, Bigfoot, Bigfoot. That right there, that's a gold trap. You have to dig all those big boulders out though, but that is a gold trap. Here, Bigfoot. So the little creeks are running. You don't see any Bigfoots over there, do ya? This right here, this is the giant sequoias. They're giant. Freaking amazing. They're everywhere. So you can kind of tell how big they are right here. This is called McKinley Grove. You can see a regular pine tree right here. And then right there, monster ones with the regular trees. Okay.
It's not more weight than it is down there.
A little bit of snow way over there. Yeah, I can frame that mountain over there. Like I could zoom right in on it. Yeah, no way I could fly the drone. Wonder if they're catching anything.
He just caught one. The guy right there.
Oh, I see him. Aliens know this place, huh? And that's interesting right there, isn't it? I got the monster zoom turned off at the moment. That is weird looking. It almost looks like almost like man-made almost. And a little while ago we were at a creek, and as soon as I got out of the car, it felt like something was watching me. And I was saying, "Here, Bigfoot, Bigfoot." I'm loving my new camera. I really am. Ooh. I'm gonna trip and fall. And the sky. It's beautiful. The clouds will build up, and they'll build up until this afternoon, and then it'll have a freak thunderstorm. This right here is what Bigfoot's like. Granite. And that is a gnarly tree. Gnarly.
Maybe just like here, yeah. I'll just walk. Got your mic on?
I got it on the camera.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm looking at you.
Okay.
I don't see the bottom.
I want to show you something. I built this. I had to rebuild part of it because over time, snow, weather moves the rocks around and people. But after that night of 10/11/02, the next time I came, I made this here.
It's amazing it's still here, huh?
Yeah, parts of it was. The head was still there.
Yeah.
It's part of the legs and arm. But I just replaced some of the rocks. But the head's the same place.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
That's pretty cool. That's an interesting tree right there. Or trees.
Where we're camped at, this was in here. We had our tables over here. Ken's tent was right here. Kenneth's tent was right here. And I was backed up right here. And the lights were back over here. There was nobody camping whatsoever. The bright.
So the campfire was like over there somewhere?
No, our campfire was actually right here. They moved it.
Oh.
But this where it was, that's because there's the vehicle, campfire, tent, tables. Yeah, that's all new.
So tables right there, tents over here, vehicle parked right here.
And I was laying down about right here. And I could see Ken's tent right through it.
Wow. So those little guys came from over there somewhere.
Yeah.
I wonder if they parked their ship like right on the other side of the trees over here.
See, the branches I was seeing on the tent first, it was those small trees over there. See the way they move a little bit with the breeze?
Yeah.
And that's what I was seeing behind the tent.
Ah.
And
So-
then the light got on this side of the trees, and then there was no more, shadows on the tent, at least from the branches. And that's when I figured out it was something walking behind it, or towards the tent with nothing blocking its view.
Well, I'm not even sure if Jeff could get his fifth wheel over here. Whoa, gotta watch where I'm walking. Like stars, huh?
Yeah, like energy. Yeah, so every time I come over here, I replace some of the rocks. It's been there for years.
Yeah. 10/11/02.
I'd take a ride up there. I said, well, we're going to camp up there. He's like, yeah, I'm not camping up there.
You won't.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, shit. He's like, yeah, not going to happen.
You?
I'll go for the day.
He's scared of it.
Once
Yeah.
Only
since
one?
then.
You've only camped once since then?
Here?
Anywhere.
Oh.
We just came over. We just came here to face our fears. We only lasted one night. Nothing happened,
Right.
but it was eerie. We just got the hell out of here. Yeah, I don't fish alone. I don't drive at night alone. Yeah.
That,
you still come
that
out,
story
right?
you
Like,
had
you
During the
about...
day,
During the day, you just don't stay out.
yeah. I have to be at my house by the time it gets dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
That story tripped me out too. The one when you were younger, out towards Hensley and shit.
Hensley, actually, that scared me more than this
I
place.
I probably would have been, yeah.
Yeah, so were you driving like from Eastman to Hensley, or?
No, from Fresno, from
to
Pinedale
Okay.
to Hensley.
To Hensley, the back way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I went the regular way, then on the way back, I wanted to go through the back way to get away from it.
Yeah.
But I went the wrong. We only went so far. Next thing I know, 3.5 hours later, I was opposite direction in front of that, probably about 50 feet away from that stop sign,
Yeah.
with my head like this on the steering wheel. And I woke up and it was dark. And I had a hard time starting the car. Yeah, that scared me more than
Yeah,
this.
that tripped me out, man.
He built a rock man over
I
there
saw that. I just kind of saw from a distance, man.
Yeah.
when that happened, that's when he put that. So like 10/11/02, there's been a little alien dude rock guy.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it that summer, I told the guys, let's go. And most of them were like, nah. So it was just me, Mike, and another buddy of ours from Woodland, because we're all from Fireball, most of us. And yeah, we didn't know, and so we took this trail, went all the way to the back.
Yeah.
We were camping at Sawmill.
Took the doozy back to that first.
Yeah, I
campsite.
went as far as with my Jeep before, all the way to the lake.
Right. Yeah, that's where we went.
Where that big, where you climb up that dome.
Yeah.
Forget that.
Yeah.
That's as far as I went.
And then I kept watching it in the interview, and I'm like, man, that looks like this area here. And I'd seen people camp there, and I'm like, fuck, this has to be it. And but it looks like this area too, where the this
Yeah,
is
the
where you guys did the interview as well.
Yeah. The tents were here. One was there. Campfire was actually right on top of that rock. And I was parked right here. So I was right in front of their tent. So I could hear the zipper opening up and everything like that.
Dang. That would be
Right
so
on the fire.
scary.
What scared me, see that tree right there? That first one?
Yeah.
That's where Kenneth got out. He picked up a log, he was thrown in the fire, but he stopped at mid-swing, and I'm looking at him through my windows. My windows were
Yeah.
He couldn't see me. I'm looking at him, then he goes, oh, that's what you do, you hide in the shadows. I looked at him like, what the fuck? He starts walking, and I'm looking at him through the window. Next thing I know, I fell asleep. Why would I fall asleep during that time? And then next morning, I heard the zipper open up, open the door. I go, hey, Kenneth. I go, where did you go? You know, when you walk to the side of the vehicle, you're going to throw that log in the fire, then you stop in mid-swing. I go, what did you see? He goes, I don't know. He goes, I dropped it. I started walking towards the tree. Next thing I know, I just woke up. He doesn't remember going back to the tent.
So like the
Does he
same
remember
time.
saying that's where you hide in the shadows? Or
Yeah.
Do you remember saying that?
So you fell asleep same time as him almost, right?
No. He
Do
said,
you remember saying it?
yeah. He sees a shadow hide behind the tree. He said a little thing. That's all he said. He didn't say anything. He just said a little thing. A little thing.
That dude over there, on the right, he wants nothing to do with it. He wants nothing to do with it. When I told him we're going camping, he's like, no,
Nope.
not happening.
Yeah, but we come up here, we try to find every spot, you know, because we were just kind of watching the documentary. It's like, oh, that looks like it's it. That's like
Yeah,
it.
We brought a new buddy of ours. He's over there fishing, and he loves it. He never comes camping, and I told him it's a little eerie, dude. I said, because you got the howling of the wind, you got the gorge, and you'll hear the fucking wind, man. And it's just, you know, and it's so bright up here that any little shadow can kind of trip you out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Where that light was coming from is down that way.
Oh, okay.
And on the movie, I talked about thinking it was branches that were moving and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's those branches off those trees.
Oh,
But the
okay.
light was on the backside.
So like in between the gorge or something? Or?
No, just right here between
Right-
the
right there.
trees.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so like sitting on granite or something, huh?
Yeah, it was, you know, that
Yeah.
tall. But behind those trees, but when the wind was blowing, it was the branches were making shadows on his tent, which was right here. So, but once it cleared those trees, then I could see something walking toward the back of his tent, then I could see the outlining of the body. Because it was clear there was no more branches interfering with the light. And then when we seen the lights at, we're coming from that way, coming this way, and we're out there on the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we saw coming that way, this way.
Yeah.
We were standing on the lake bed at the first campsite, and it was really low, just like right over the tops
Yeah,
of the
like
hills.
low, like not satellite height, fucking
Right.
low. And so
Right.
he works on planes, so
Yeah, it's
right
like,
away he ruled
There's
everything
no
out, you know.
lights, no strobe lights, and no sound. So we're like,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on?
Well, see, at first I thought it was a helicopter.
That's what I
But-
thought too, but because these guys had walked away. They were walking back to the vehicle, and I was smoking my cigar, and I was like, a couple more puffs, and I'm gonna take off. And all of a sudden, like, it didn't come into focus. It just, I saw a light. I said, oh, okay, let me rule out. Well, it's not a helicopter. I see no strobe lights. And then that's when I kind of said, hey man, check this out. And right away he pulled out his phone, and we're like, fucking, and we just watched it fucking go over us.
I still have
And
that
it didn't
recording.
go out of focus. It
Yeah.
just disappeared. It just turned off, like when you turn on a light switch, on
Yeah,
and off.
That was
Boom.
it. Gone.
And my buddy, another buddy that was with us, he fucking freaked out. He's like, yeah, let's go, let's rock and roll.
Yeah, let's
Oh
rock
yeah,
and
he
roll.
want to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, but it's got no strobe lights. He's like, yeah, it's none of our business.
of
Let's
our
go.
business.
Yeah, he wanted to get out. And then we, on our
I'm
way
with
back
you.
to camp,
I'm with you there.
we were fucking leaving. He's like, what do you think, Harv? I go, what do you mean? I said, I don't know what it was. He's like, no, like, should we leave? I'm like, dude, I'm not packing up at 11 o'clock at night and fucking going home, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
A matter of fact, talking about camping or packing up, you know that four-wheel drive that you drive? You know, once you pass that flat area where you have to drive on top of boulders, you got rocks on
Right,
the side
right,
that
right.
guides you.
Yeah.
There's a flat section farther up. Okay, they were camping there. This was during deer season. I heard the story from a U.S. Forest Ranger. Okay, these guys, they wanted to go deer hunting, so they went over there. Ended up, there was somebody else camping in that area. But there was no people around. Food was still on the grill, all burnt up. There was still beers laying around, but nobody was there. So they camped next to him. They got there in the evening, and early the next day, this vehicle came up, a truck, a 4x4, 4 doors. Went over there, all these guys came out, started packing everything. The guys that got there the night before, they're going, you know, what happened to you guys? There's still meat on the grill,
They
and
just left.
and yeah, they just left. And he said, during that night, before you guys got here, there was a UFO that went on right on top of our campsite. We had the rifles pointed at it, and we figured we better not
just
do
scattered.
that.
Yeah.
They
scattered.
just got on the truck, went to Shaver, got a hotel at that little place over there. And next morning they came back, packed up, and left.
It's
So did
eerie,
those
man.
guys. Just like a,
When you said Sawmill Flat,
we're gone.
Yeah.
Sawmill Flat is creepy, man. So there's some times where you get out of the car and you could feel like fear. As soon as you get out of the car, you're like afraid as shit. And we pack it up and we leave right then. We don't stay.
There's that feeling, you know, like when you gotta take a piss and you get out of your tent at 3 in the morning and
Somebody's
it's just so quiet and you're like, fuck, I'm like, hurry up, motherfucker, hurry. I didn't, that's that feeling, you know.
That's the other thing. During that night, I got up, and it's not on the film. I got out. I needed to take a piss, like the way you were saying, and I'm barefooted. I end up walking way out there past that big stump to take a piss. Then I woke up because I thought I was just going to on the edge of the truck right there, Forerunner. But I end up like waking up over there. I'm going like, how in the hell did I get here? And I'm walking back going, because you know the duff and the
Yeah.
branches, and I'm barefooted. Then I stop for a second. I go, why didn't I feel this
On the way over.
on the way over there? So then I walked back, jumped in the vehicle.
A weird thing because this is like actually some of the most beautiful country, some
Yeah.
of the best country to camp in, you know. You got the fishing there, you can fucking hike, you know, you got the beautiful star. You got everything you need is fucking right here. You don't need to go anywhere else, you know.
There's a mountain that has a lake on top of it. We used to hike when I was a kid.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
On the other side, there's that rock, that big rock out in the lake. It looks like a boat ramp. Is there a road here to get to that other side or no? There isn't. Okay.
They just probably had that when they were building the dam.
So let me tell you this. about 2 years ago, me and my son, my other son who's not here, we come camping. We camped there, right? Is that where we camp? Or Sawmill?
Yeah.
Oh, we're at Sawmill. We're at Sawmill. Come fishing here. Lake was higher. We're right. There's a spot right in the middle of the dam where we always fish. You see this fucking couple canoers kind of going around the rock, you know, and then all of a sudden, these guys notice like there's this fucking young man, teenage kid, whatever, climbing that rock. You know, he's got gym shorts and maybe a pair of Vans that, you know, looks like he's gonna jump in the water. I was like, all right, whatever. So, kind of look away. My other son has his binoculars, and they're like, oh shit, he jumped. And as I looked, you can see the water where he jumped. You know, he didn't dive; he jumped feet first. I don't bullshit you, man. That fucking kid never came out of the water.
Oh.
Never came out of the fucking water.
Oh,
Like,
he hit a rock.
like he didn't dive in. Like, say he could have dove. You know, we went through everything. He could have dove and maybe swam around the rock. It's a big rock. You'd have to be a good swimmer. If you went feet first, you're gonna come up. At some point, you gotta come up. When we stared at that fucking rock for about 20 minutes, we saw the canoers like take off, and I'm like, well, did they? You know, we assumed that he got to the rock with those kids, with the canoers. They maybe dropped them off, you know, climbed. But he didn't climb to the top. He climbed about midway to a point where maybe he couldn't climb anymore. Jumped, but he never came up. And we're driving away. I'm like, we're leaving, and my son's like, hey, well, let's wait over here, or let's ask these canoers, like, hey, you know, where's this fucking kid? Because he never fucking appeared, ever. Like, we binoculars, nothing, man. And so, certain things, man, it's like, makes you wonder, like, this is...
So you seen the lights come that way, going that way?
Straight down this way.
Coming
this way, yeah.
Yeah, straight from that way over that ridge.
As a matter of fact...
Then that's the dome it flew around.
Around that day.
Yeah.
When we were back there, when we saw that light, Mike tells my other buddy Robert, he's like, hey, my flashlight's right there, grab it and flashlight. He's like, Hey, I'll never forget that, dude. With fear though, he's like,